All right, now we're doing 8Q multiplication table for number. This is by Dmitry Kudla. 86% of the people like it. Our goal is to return multiplication table for number that is always an integer from 1 to 10. For example, a multiplication table string for number 5 looks like below. So yeah, we're just going to do 1 through 10 multiplication tables. We're going to have to use this to jump to the next line. New line should be added between two rows. Anyway, all that stuff is pretty standard. All right, so let's set up over here. All right. And the first thing we're going to do is we have to make an array, because like down here, I mean, it's in a string, but to do any work, we got to make an array. So we're going to do this array constructor, but we're also going to use spread syntax with it as well, all right? And the array constructor, you just put a capital array in front of something in parentheses, and it makes an array. And in this case, we're going to put array length inside of it. So whatever number, what array? Oh, 10, because we're doing 1 through 10. So that's the number we're going to put in it. We're also going to use the spread syntax, which allows an iterable such as an array expression or string to be expanded in places where 0 or more arguments or elements are expected. All right. Now let me put this into practice for you. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a brackets first, and then we're going to do spread syntax right here, array constructor right here, and inside of that we're going to say 10. All right. So now we have an array. It doesn't have anything in it, but we do have an array with 10 stuff, with 10 undefined elements right now. So after that, we're going to do a map, right? Because we're going to do something with every single one of these elements. So the map method creates a new array populated with the results of calling a provided function on every element in the calling array. So here's array1. Array1.map is x. Arrow function x times 2, so we're going to put 1 into x, and it's going to be 1 times 2 is 2, 4 times 2 is 8, 9 times 2 is 18, 16 times 2 is 32, and that's how you do that. So we're going to say dot map, and we're going to say up. We're also going to use a different syntax though. We're going to use this this element index syntax, because we're not even going to worry about the elements on this one. We're just worrying about the indexes. So we're going to say, since we're not worried about the element, we're going to say underscore, comma, index. All right, and then we're going to do the arrow function right here. And so inside of each one of these, we want to have that 1 times whatever the number is, blah, 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 right? So we're going to do a template literal, which is right here. And template literals are delimited with backtick characters. This is a lot of words. Basically, what it's going to do is just make a string text, but we're also going to have functions inside it. I'll show you what I mean by that. So by that, I mean, first we need the first number, which will be the index plus 1, because it's index 0 plus 1, and then index 1 plus 2, blah, blah, blah. So first we're going to say, inside of this little thing, this is where you put the functions, we're going to say index plus 1, all right? And then we're going to say times, and then we're going to say another one of these things, and we're going to say times number. All right. So it's right now we've got this is this part. This is this part times, and then number, and now we're going to have equals, and then we're going to do another one of those little function things. And what it's going to equal is index plus 1 times number. Right, so index plus 1, and then times number. All right, and that looks good right there. Now we have to join it by these. All right, So we're going to say, actually, let me show you what we got so far. Let me push test. All right, so now we've got this array filled with these equations, strings, all right? So now we're going to use this join here. And the join method creates and returns a new string by concatenating all the elements in an array separated by commas or specified blah, 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 all right? So what we're going to do, instead of separating it by nothing, like here, or setting it, or by commas, which is what this is, or by hyphens, which is this, we're going to do it by, pardon me, join. We're going to do it by /in. No, \in. All right, now let's test it. All right, there we go. Awesome. And there we go. That's how we do that. All right, my solutions, just me, best practice, very much like it. And we'll see you next time.